Hello everybody, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for today's video. I don't even know, it's nothing crazy. We were talking about the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty while we get ready. So I'm going to be getting ready. The idea was that I was going to try to use as many of like the Ulta like products like that are going to be on sale as possible. The problem is there's not that much makeup on sale. There's not that much. At least I don't have very much of it, if it is, but anyway, so we're just gonna get ready and talk about kind of some of the products, my thoughts, and just different things like that. First, if you guys like this video, definitely give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and without further ado, let's just get started. You guys can obviously let me know if you like this kind of video or not really. I think the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty used to be incredible. I think it was like 10 out of 10. Honestly, might as well just jump right in and start. All the makeup products that I'll be using will be down below. I think it used to be just like incredible because at the time it was like all the iconic products. I think like obviously Benefit was always like had the amazing products that were like, you know, you knew were viral, but like were so expensive and et cetera, et cetera. Like there's so many other brands like that that were iconic that were like half off, and it wasn't just like one or two products from the brand. It was a lot of the brand, or it was like the most famous popular palette of all time. Like, you know, it was all the good stuff. And I definitely feel like that has changed a little bit. I think I wouldn't call it a problem necessarily. This is my first time, sorry, tangent. This is my first time wearing primer over the Merit sunscreen because I was wearing the sunscreen and the priming moisturizer as like my skincare for the day. And that I put it on hours ago. So I was trying to see if like I'm picking up product. It doesn't really look like it. It just kind of like feels weird, but I don't think like, I think it's, you know, soaked into the skin, just like normal skincare. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Okay. Anyway, sorry. But I definitely think that's changed for Ulta, but I also think it's just changed for the beauty industry in general, just because of like the kind of I don't know, just because like, you know, how we buy and how brands come out with makeup now and how we buy products now. It's just not as brands are not as willing. I feel like this is my opinion. I don't know exactly, but I feel like brands are probably not as willing to like you know, just make a product like half off anymore. Like I feel like it's probably the brands being a little stingy. So like, yes, it's annoying at Ulta because Ulta's the one doing the 21 Days of Beauty, but it's probably that brands are just less and less willing to like make their products half off, because at some point that was useful to them because then they felt like they were I put way too much of this. I was probably at one point useful to them because they were like, oh yeah, you know, like we're bringing in like customers, more people to talk about our products. But I feel like just the way like TikTok is now, or even like YouTuber and the amount of PR people get, like I feel like brands are probably like, enough people are talking about my products anyway, I don't need to like put anything half off. So I don't know, this is just again speculation, but I feel like that's probably whose fault it is here, not necessarily Ulta's. That being said, I also like just personally don't really buy that much makeup at Ulta, especially not high-end makeup. I think I will like rarely if I have some points, but honestly it's rare. I know there are people who are die-hard Ulta people, so I totally get that. It's honestly smart. Their point system is just better than Sephora. For some reason, I just can't stop shopping at Sephora. I just feel like it's easier. It's way less overwhelming. Ulta has so much going on that it can be super overwhelming. I feel like if I'm going to Ulta, I'm going to the drugstore section. So, I don't know. I'm saying that because I also feel like Ulta has taken like this path, and maybe it's just in like my head, it's not actually Ulta, maybe it's just like my thoughts of Ulta and just being more for skincare, hair care, like that kind of stuff. Because that's the other thing, like yes, Sephora has skincare, hair care, all that stuff, but I feel like Sephora's things is definitely makeup and like maybe perfumes, but I feel like Ulta has everything. They have drugstore, high-end hair, skincare, perfume, hair tools, like an abundance of them. So I feel like, I don't know, I feel like that's what this theme of the this 21 Days of Beauty is skincare, hair care, beauty tools, and stuff like that. So all that to say, I'm not shopping very much, but I still wanted to talk about some of the products and just go over some of them with you, especially if you're shopping or if you're like, Marissa, what are you, like, you know, what are good, have you tried, whatever, all the juicy tea. I am going to go with the Urban Decay Face Bond Foundation. I know, what, pulled her out the vault. I haven't used this in a hot minute, but this one is one of the beauty steals, so one of the further dates, so we'll talk about it, but I wanted to mention that while I go in with it right now. I didn't want to hold up the routine. We avoid it. I pulled out the fall sweater, y'all. We're doing it. I also am going to go in with this Tarte brush, which is also a beauty steal on one of the other days, so again, we'll talk about it. But we're going to start off with today, September 1st, just because obviously today's the day. We did miss a couple days, but I don't know. Let me know if you guys shopped. I didn't, but you guys can let me know if you did. They did have some nice steals. I know Benefit was one of the past couple of days. It was just their brow products though. So I don't even think it was all their brow products, but you know, it's nice. It is nice to get some Benefit brows on sale because they still are great. There's no denying how good they are. I think it's just decided that I do not like this foundation. I think I'm there. I think I'm there already. I do know I really like that foundation brush as well. I do really like the foundation brush, but I think I also put a lot of this foundation on, but it's like I always do that, so I don't know. I think it's more so to the finish though. It's just not my thing. Okay. Anyway, jumping the gun. I know Benefit had like some brow products the other day, but you know, it's which is nice. I don't know if who's still paying like high-end prices for brow gels, but like brow products, but you do you. I think the drugstore just has some that are just as good. So the Benefit one is no longer like that exciting, but like if you have, it's your holy grail and you like were re-upping on it, yes, girl, you do you. But today we have, Monday, again, September 1st, we have Lancome. I don't even know what the heck that is. We have some Elemis, a hydrating night cream. I have tried some stuff from Elemis. It's not my favorite skincare brand, but I definitely know that there are some people who really enjoy it. So if you're looking for a new night cream, that one might be a nice one. There also is some MAC. It's their eyeliner pencils. There is, oh, I don't even know what the heck this is. The Wella Fusion and Invigo collection. Oh, is that shampoo? Yeah, shampoo, conditioner, it looks like. Okay, cool. We got an Alien Goddess Supra Floral. I think it's a perfume. That looks bougie. That looks bougie. And then this is the only thing that I would like consider, but I'm not gonna do it just because I have the dupe. So this is the TGI Bedhead hair wax stick for strong hold, but I actually ended up like, so I was I didn't even know it was a dupe for this. I had no idea what it was a dupe for, but I ended up getting the dupe on Amazon. I didn't realize it was a dupe until I just saw this the other day, and so here we are, and I don't need this one. I don't need the original because the dupe works great for my hair. I don't know, obviously I've never tried this one, so I don't know, it could be better, but for $27, even if that's half off, it's not I think the Amazon one is like $8. And so that was the only thing. I was like, oh, maybe I would try it just to like compare the two, but I just feel like it's a waste of money, like, to be completely honest with you. So we're definitely not doing that, which is fine. It's fine. We have, oh gosh, Hydrosaur shampoo and conditioner. We have hair color, which also could be nice. There's the Pure Mellow Eyes Hydrogel eye patches. It's just like, to me, this is so random products. Unless, like, again, I'm a makeup girl through and through. I would never call myself like a skincare. I'm not a skincare girl. I'm not a hair care girl. So, you know, unless these are like, these could be really great deals. I know the Bedhead like hairspray stuff, that's really nice, I've heard. So like, certain things are really good deals. Other things just feel so random to me. I'm just like, okay, whatever, but to each their own. I do want to mention, I think for me, my favorite thing that the 21 Days of Beauty sale does is the It Cosmetics brushes for Ulta. These are my all-time favorite brushes. They're like some of the only brushes I use, and I've decluttered a lot of brushes just so I can keep these. I wanted to show you my fun one. This is the It Cosmetics. This is the foundation brush, but the one that they have is the limited edition star foundation brush, and it's just so cute. I'm like, Marissa, you don't need it, but I want it so bad just because I love them. I have like the Wicked like limited edition ones, and I have some of the originals, and then this one. So like it's just so fun. I feel like it's just really that like so fun. So I don't know, we'll see if I end up getting it. And then Kapari has vitamin C serum, and then Persona has some lip liners. Again, like this is a perfect example though where Persona used to have, I feel like their blushes, yeah, their blushes were like half off. Like Persona had some iconic products, and now they decided to do half off lip liners. Like, are you joking? Lip liners to me is the randomest thing ever. So it's very confusing. I don't know, but you know, to each their own. I will tell you too, the Too Faced Chocolate Soleil is also half off one of these days, so we'll talk about it as well. Oh gosh, I just stabbed it. Okay, so that's September 1st. We're not going to talk about every single day, please. Oh my gosh, we're going to be here all day. I just wanted to talk about some highlights or some things that like kind of stood out to me each day. But this does go until the 18th if you're curious. And then if you are I think it's Platinum and Diamond member, you do get free shipping on Beauty Steals, which is that was always like the annoying thing for me for Ulta, is that then you had to pay for shipping. And then I was like, what the heck? The crazy thing too is that Sephora sometimes will match the deal. So if they have it at Ulta, Sephora will put that same product like 50% off. And then for Sephora, I always got free shipping. So I was like, oh, I'm doing Sephora. But now luckily Ulta does do free shipping. So you just have to see what days, obviously. So like if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't want to buy multiple days, well, it's fine now because you can get free shipping on all the days. So anyway, if you are a Platinum or Diamond member, sorry, I need to specify that because not everyone just gets free shipping. So looking at September 2nd, the only makeup product it looks like on sale is the RMS like bronzers and blushes. I literally don't know why I didn't even see that there are two other products that are makeup products on the 2nd. So Dermablend has like a foundation type of product, and then so does Kat Von D. They have their Good Apple liquid foundation as well. I don't know how I just like ignored those. I've heard a couple like people try these. I just haven't heard like, you know, I don't know. I feel like there are those products that like people are absolutely obsessed with. I feel like some people are diehard for these, but I haven't heard very many. So I just kind of like whatever, not really that exciting. But if you're someone who's like looking for the makeup products, those are half off. Oh, sorry, it's just the bronzers. It's the Hydra bronzers. Sorry. There's a perfume that day. Living Proof Blow Dry Cream could be cool. And then again, a couple other products. So Wednesday, September 3rd is when the Chocolate Soleil Bronzing by Too Faced is 50% off. I actually really like this one. I definitely think like just check your shade. Maybe like before the day comes, like do some research and like look for your shade. I have the shade Chocolate Soufflé, and you can see it's a pretty cool color. It is pretty like of a cooler tone, and I think like a couple of them were pretty cool tone. I think some are warmer than others, of course, but I think for the most part they are pretty cool. But you can again just look it up. I wouldn't necessarily say like this is not my favorite shade in the whole wide world. So all I'm trying to say, the formula is superb. It's so like easy to blend out. It's so creamy. It's one of the best blushes cream stick blushes I've ever tried, but the shade is what usually is the downfall for me, like why I don't wear it as often as I probably would like other stick bronzers because of the shade. So I would just do like again some research and maybe, you know, decide if like that's what kind of you want for your tone. But if you're like, oh, the colors looks fine, like they look gorgeous, and you're just like, I want the formula, oh, then definitely go for it, especially because you're gonna get it half off. Like that's incredible. That same day, Laura Geller, their Baked Blush and Brightens are half off. This was another brand, if you guys don't remember. Laura Geller used to have like so many products that were freaking on sale. So many products on sale. And so it was, you know, at the time it was like, oh my gosh, gotta get your Laura Geller, girl. But definitely a brand that I feel like I'm surprised is still going. But hey, they have a lot of products. That's the thing. They've always had a lot of products at like TJ Maxx and stuff, and so that's why it was so surprising to me. But to each their own. To each their own. Please ignore my chair. I don't know why it's so squeaky today. This was another one that I thought was so random. Kiehl's has their Mega Moisture Squalane Cream. It's like a body cream, I think it is. Yeah, it's the body moisturizer. Kiehl's. Kiehl's! Of all the products, a body moisturizer? I said, okay, Kiehl's. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do, you do you, boo. You do you, boo. Because that's usually a brand I look out for to stock up on my skincare. But I was like, I don't really care about that. Like, what is that product? I have no idea. Ofra was another brand that had so many products on sale, and they do on September 3rd have some like lip glosses on sale, but like that, I believe that was it from what I saw from Ofra. And I'm like, oh gosh, I used to go crazy Ofra, but again, I don't know. One of the It Cosmetics brushes, it's the blush brush, is on sale this day. I don't think I'm going to pick it up because I have some other like blush brushes. I don't necessarily need a new one. But if you need a new blush brush, I love their brushes. So honestly, I don't think you could go wrong with them, but to each their own. To each their own. And then the last thing this day that, like, you know, for me was worth noting was Kylie Cosmetics. Their tinted butter balms are 50% off as well. So those look really nice. They could be like the Tarte ones, but I love my Tarte ones. I have a million, so I don't need any more. But obviously, again, YOLO. I think the big September 4th, the biggest thing, REM Beauty has their foundation and foundation brush is on sale, but I feel like that's been on sale like since every year since it came out. Maybe it's just me. But Smashbox also has the Photo Finish Primerizer and Hydrating Primer. Oh, it's just the one primer. That was the other thing. That's another brand. Smashbox used to go in on these sales, and now it's just the freaking primerizer. But this is another brand too I'm surprised is still in business. I'm not gonna lie. They definitely had their, like, you know, hype train at some points, but I don't know. I mean, maybe people are still using the Smashbox primerizer. It could just be not me. The thing is that, like, I don't watch as much YouTube as I used to, but when I do, ain't nobody's mentioning this. So that's what I mean when I'm like referencing, like, nobody really talks about this anymore. I'm not just like making it up in my head. Like, I watch YouTube. Let me see. September 5th, Bobbi Brown Weightless Skin Foundation could be nice. Buxom was another freaking brand that used to go crazy. You would always get those Buxom, like, I don't even remember what they were called, but 50% off. Now the Lip-Plumping lip polishes, the full-on plumping lip polishes are 50% off, so not all their lippies. I don't remember what the OG ones were, though. I don't remember. Maybe they were the lip polishes, but people used to go crazy for these. Crazy. Stila still holding strong with their all-day liquid eyeliner. Another year of this liquid eyeliner. That's hilarious because that's been there for years, and I mean like probably 10 plus years. I don't know. I feel like there was always a Stila. I always never can pronounce their name. Liquid liner on sale during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. I don't know, but maybe I made it up, but I'm pretty sure that that's always there every year. Same with the Urban Decay eyeshadow primer potion. Are you joking? That's hilarious. That's been there since the beginning of time. I think that those are some of the brands that like started with the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. They're still holding strong. Urban Decay is funny to me. Oh, this day, September 5th, the Ulta Beauty 115 brush is on sale. So this is the one I used after I use the Tarte one. I love this brush. This is a little bit angled, but it's a great freaking foundation brush. I mean, all of their brushes are incredible, don't get me wrong. But this is just a great tried and true foundation brush if you're looking, and then the angle does make it nice to like get in those, you know, crevices, if you will. So it is really, really a really great one if you're trying to, you know, if you want to pick up something, you're like, hey, what should I get? Get the Ulta blush. Oh, sorry, the It Cosmetics X Ulta brushes. Sheesh. Okay, so this day I'm actually going to shop. September 6th, I am placing an order, and please do not judge me if I pick up like 6 of if I pick up multiple of these Tarte mascaras. Will say I forgot until a couple minutes ago when I mentioned it that Sephora sometimes matches the deals, because I might get it from Sephora if they actually do it. I don't know. We'll see though. But the Tarte Select Mascara, so it's only a couple. It's only the Tarte XL Tubing Mascara and the Tarte Man-Eater Mascara, which I love both of these mascaras, but I will definitely be grabbing the XL Tubing Mascara. One of my favorites. I wonder, this is one, I don't know. There used to be a time where you had to like wake up early on these days to like actually get the deal, because they would be sold out by the time like, you know, noon came around. So you had to like be there early. I feel like it wasn't even noon, sometimes it was early. Like these deals were done at 1 a.m. But I don't know if that's still the case, but if it is, I'll be so mad, because I really, really want this back in my life. And I was just talking about buying it, and I was like, it's just so expensive. I don't want to pay $28 for it, but half off, I might grab 2. I might just go ahead and grab multiple, because this is my favorite mascara of all time. So we definitely will be shopping this day. This is another brand that like made me mad. ABH, Anastasia Beverly Hills Select Brow. So it's just like the brow freeze and then the brow definer. It's not even the pointy brow pencil. Okay, stingy. Okay, stingy, because that was another brand that was like a Ulta 21 Days of Beauty like staple. Every year you saw that brow pencil and people were fighting for it. That was one of those sold out quickly products, and now it's just a definer. It's just weird. It's giving weird. It's giving, that's weird. It's giving you're stingy. I wouldn't have bought it anyway, but still, I'm like, people probably want that. Oh, and this is another thing I want to pick up this day, and potentially pick up this day, I should say. The Frizz Free Curl Cream by Way. I think I mentioned this. I don't know if I mentioned this exact one, or if I've mentioned a Way. I think it's the only one though, but I'm just thinking about this. I mentioned the Frizz styling cream. This is the curl cream, but it could be nice either way, because I told you guys before, like I have a lot of issues with Frizz. Frizz is like my freaking, like my nemesis, but it's always happening, and so I love a good like Frizz reducer, I don't know, a frizz easer, and so I feel like this would be good. And again, it's on the same day as the mascara, or else I probably wouldn't have like even, you know, looked at it, but I am interested in that. Another IT brush is for Ulta is on sale this day. It's the spatula foundation brush, which I've never tried, and I don't really know how I feel about that, but you know, maybe if you wanted a spatula foundation brush, that could be nice. Let me offer you some free advice. Talk less.
Smile more.
You guys, I'm gonna play with some eyeshadow today. I've been itching, and so we're gonna play with some, and I'm very excited. We're gonna go with the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism. I have no idea if it's still in stock, still available. I don't know, so sorry. Sorry, I just haven't want to play with eyeshadow in a long time, so I feel like I have to just like give myself what I need, and right now I needed the Lunar Beauty Moon Prism palette. I did. Okay, so September 7th, we have the Original Beauty Blender, another Ulta 21 Days of Beauty staple, I feel like. I don't know, though. I feel like maybe it came a little bit later, and like everyone, I don't know. I really don't remember, but I feel like that one is always on sale. Like if you pay full price for the Beauty Blender, I'm sorry. Like, I'm so sorry, because there are definitely better, I mean, there are definitely alternatives and dupes. Like, you do not need to pay $20 for a sponge. That's insane. There are just like so many days. Oh my gosh. September 9th, just jumping around, nude sticks. Their bronze and glow cores are on sale, so that could be fun if you like nude sticks. Wednesday, September 10th, Tarte, the Creaseless Setting and Brightening Powder is on sale. I almost got this during the Tarte custom kits because I wanted to try it, but like I have so many setting powders, so I'm definitely not gonna get it, but I don't know, it just looks so good. It looks so good. Stila. Their primer's on sale, so I was talking too soon about the eyeliner, but some of their primers are on sale, which also was, I feel like that primer, like with the colors in it, was definitely like a throwback as well. Like people were obsessed. So if you want to try it years later, you know, they're to each their own. I think what's cool about this sale, sorry, really quick, September 11th, ABH, the Glow Seeker Powder Highlighter is on sale. I love that highlighter. I decluttered mine because I don't wear highlighter anymore, but if I did, it would be that one. And then Bobbi Brown, their Skin Concealer Stick is on sale, which I know people really, really like. I think what I feel like is not necessarily something they usually do, unless I just don't remember, or if they've only just been doing it recently. I normally don't really pay much attention to the 21 Days of Beauty, honestly, unless I'm looking at Sephora sales for that week. But the week of September 5th to the 11th, there's 50% off products that are like 50% off all week long, and that's where you can get the Tarte. That's when you can get the Tarte brush, the foundation brush that I was talking about. I'll show you. This one, I do feel like it's on sale quite a bit, like at Sephora even. Like you can definitely get this on sale, like you don't have to pay full price for that. But obviously if you have not gotten it yet, then the week of the 5th to the 11th is a great week to pick it up and just try it. I love that foundation brush. It does make foundation super, super easy. I will say, like, I like it more so for my lighter coverage, lighter foundation days. Today when I used it like with the Urban Decay foundation, that was just like a hot mess. So I don't know. I just feel like though that foundation is just like not my thing, so it just really to each their own. But I love that brush. I think it's a great brush as well. The Benetint is on sale for the 5th to the 11th as well, so keep that in mind too. September 12th, the Bad Gal Bang mascara from Benefit is on sale, and I love that mascara, but unfortunately I won't be getting it because I told you guys I genuinely only wear tubing mascaras these days, and today I'm gonna wear a not tubing mascara, but it's very rare and I just don't want to throw this one out because I just got it. And so I think from now on I think I just need to stop buying mascaras that are not tubing. So also on September 12th, the Lancome Ultra Wear Over Concealer. I do not need any more bougie concealers, but that one would probably be a nice one to pick up if you're looking to get something bougie for half off. And then also this day is when the Urban Decay Face Bond collection is on sale. So their blushes are also on sale, but I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. But that is also when this foundation is on sale. I think that this is best for people with oily skin. I think that people with drier skin, or even like, you know, normal skin, you might be fine. You can make it work for sure. I think it looks nice today. It definitely looks glowy because I sprayed on like a good and glowy setting spray, the whole nine. So you definitely can make it look really good. I think for me, it's just like ultimately this foundation just looks super heavy on the skin. It looks like foundation, and I think I like something with a lot less coverage. So if you're someone who likes more coverage, medium coverage, and this one does, I would say, have more of like a soft matte kind of finish. I wouldn't say it's like matte, but if you're someone who's like wearing a matte primer, matte setting spray, is gonna look matte. It's gonna look really matte. So just keep that in mind. It's definitely a more workable foundation, I would say, but I think it leans more toward like the soft matte, you know, kind of finish. So to each their own. They did send it to me, and so obviously I'm not gonna pick it up, but I think that's why I've held on to it for so long, is because I'm like, oh, that's so nice of them, like so kind. But I think that's a stupid reason to hang on to something. This day it brushes for Ulta, there's another blush brush is on sale, so there you go. And then the 13th, the Estee Lauder Double Wear Foundation, I feel like also was always a sale, but hey, get your double wear on, because I've heard people who like that, who still like that, and still talk about that foundation to this day. So it was a cult classic for a reason. Clarins has a serum this day, which I've heard really good things about. NARS, some of their blushes are on sale, which another cult classic for a long time. I think I tried one of their blushes and it's just like not my thing. I also think their names are just, you know, I get it, whatever, call me whatever you like. I think their names are stupid and I hate saying them. So even if their product was good, I would never buy their product because I'm like, oh, this is like, come on, be for real. Like, it's just so stupid. But anyway, those are on sale. It Cosmetics, the Bye Bye concealers and powder is on powders are on sale, so you can check those out if you like It Cosmetics. I think there was a couple days of It Cosmetics. We might have missed them. And I feel like the It Cosmetics is always on sale, so I feel like even if you missed it, like it'll be back probably. But I still have yet to try like their CC cream, or if I did, it was years ago and I have no memory of this, so couldn't even tell you. But that's on sale. Anastasia Beverly Hills has some the lip velvets and the lip liners. I've heard really good things about the lip velvets. I don't need them, but I've heard good things. I think we're gonna leave the eyeshadow like that. I keep telling myself like, oh, now we're just gonna rapid fire, but then I keep going on long tangents. September 14th, Ulta Beauty Collection has their makeup brushes on sale. These are already pretty affordable, but they do on sale. I have one. This is the Angled Sculpting 130 brush. I like this brush. Is it my favorite? Does it beat the It Cosmetics? No, but I will say, like, if you're looking for an affordable option, this is a good one. I did see that some of the sets are on sale, so I don't know if, like, that's going to be the whole, you know, 21 days or whatever, but you can obviously get a set with more for, like, you know, a little bit of a sale, but the individual ones are going to be 50% off on September 14th, which I think is a great option. You know, again, if I didn't love or have so many brushes, I probably would get more of the Ulta Beauty. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, here we go. Another staple 21 Days of Beauty, the Grande Cosmetics Grande Brow Enhancing Serum. This has been years on here, which, you know, whatever. I still am terrified to try that. First Aid Beauty, the Ultra Repair Cream, also is a cult classic, which if you want, the original Photo Finish Face Primer by Smashbox is here, but it's on September 14th. So they spread them out for some reason. I don't really know why they did that, but hey, you get yours. And then the Laura Mercier Real Flawless Perfecting Foundation is also on sale this day, and the Clinique Dramatically Different Moisturizer, which I heard people like those as well. I don't think there's anything too exciting on the 15th. There's a Blurring Powder Blush by Nabla. I feel like Nabla came in like a wave. People loved it, and then it kind of died down, so I don't really know how people are feeling about that. And then there is a makeup travel, Superheroes Travel Makeup Brush Set by It Cosmetics. The It brushes for Ulta. So if you're looking for like a set, they did have, I think, a couple days of sets. I might have just, like, you know, not mentioned it, but sorry, I might have just not mentioned it, but I did see that. Actually, let me spray. We're gonna go with a little bit more setting spray. And then on September 16th, the It Brushes, the 150 Powder Bronzer Brush is on sale, which might be nice. Obviously, I'm not going to pick that one up, but it could be nice. And then on this day as well, the 16th, the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara is on sale. This is another cult classic. I never liked this mascara, and I know that there are people who are finally coming out and are like, oh yeah, we actually hated that mascara. And you know what? I'm with you. That mascara wasn't not that good. It wasn't bad, but it's really not that. It was hyped for a very weird reason. But I also am a firm believer that, you know, you can't really recommend mascaras. I definitely just think everyone's lashes are so different, so you can't, I can't be mad at people's and their taste because their lashes, some people have lash extensions or some people have lash lifts, and so every mascara looks good on them. Some people have just really long lashes, so there's that. But you guys can see the freaking Essence one is incredible. So you could pay $5 for mascara, whether you get the Too Faced one on sale or not. You don't need to. Oh, there is more Stila. It's the All Day Liquid Lipsticks, which I feel like, oh my gosh, I feel like that just like, whoa, took me back. Just saying that, the All Day Liquid Lipsticks, I feel like was also like had their time around town, you know? That's crazy. September 17th, nothing too exciting to me. The IT Cosmetics Select Moisturizers are on sale, which I know a lot of people like their moisturizers as well. And then let's just finish off with September 18th, Clinique has some products off, their foundation off. The Polite Society lip balms are there. Nothing too crazy in my humble opinion. And then they do the 12th to the 18th. There is a select amount of products that are 50% off all week long. I don't think there's anything of note in here from like my side. Yeah, no. But there might be something you find worth it. I would just like, my advice for the 21 days of beauty is genuinely look through every single day, every single sale, and save whatever it is to your cart, and then each day like come and check and be like, okay, is this on sale? But I also would like encourage you to look at, you know, other products. Like make sure you check your hearts list, because some other products are on sale just for like random reasons. I don't know how long their like Labor Day sale is gonna go on, but like some of those products are exciting, like, are fun as well. So I would just say, like, do your research, look at products that maybe you think are not necessarily on the 21 days, but you're like, because they do have sales, even for like some drugstore products are on sales as well. So just like take a peek-sees, in my opinion. Also, if you're a Sephora shopper, then I would also check out Sephora too if you'd rather not get anything from Ulta. I think like I have a Sephora credit card, which I do not condone. I think it's a bad idea. Don't do it. I can tell you from experience, but that's why I won't get an Ulta like credit card. So that's why I shop at Sephora more. So, you know, if you're someone who has that too, like just, you know, it's easier to shop at Sephora. I totally get that. So I don't know. All in all, I feel like shop the sale if you're looking for some nostalgia, some throwback products, or if you have some cult favorites that are like tried and true, you want to restock, you want to create like, you know, a little bit of a backup situation. Use it you, y'all. Use it you. I don't think there's very many. The thing is that I don't think there are very many like exciting, new, fun products. There are definitely, I think there's one or two products that I really want. There's one product that I really want, and that's the Tarte mascara. The other products are like, I might, you know, pick up just because it's convenient or it's something that I would want to try, but nothing that has me like screaming, dying, like, oh my gosh, I need to be there, wake up at midnight, nothing like that anymore. And I mean, really, is there very many things that people would do that for anymore? I don't know. But anyway, let me know if you're shopping the sale. Are you picking anything up? Again, I'm not a skincare girly, I'm not a hair care girly, so it could be that, you know, I'm missing out on all of those aspects of it because that's just not my thing. But let me know if there's anything you're picking up, and I will see you next time. Bye guys.